So if you had a member of your team or a member of the C-suite ask you about maybe a specific PDF download or an engaging infographic that's been downloaded, and they're asking you about how many times it's been downloaded, and you're just not sure where to find that information in GA4, then this is the video for you. So the easiest way to do this is within Google Analytics 4 itself, you've got the opportunity to enable enhanced measurements. So here I am on my own site, and if I click on the admin button here, go into data collection and modification, which is I can either do that on the left hand side, or I've got the option here in the main sort of interface. Click on your data stream and you see here the option here for enhanced measurements. If I click on that, we've got lots of enhanced measurements which we can toggle on or off. And you see down at the bottom, we've got file downloads toggled on. But what does that actually mean in reality? Well, let's go to the documentation here on Google's own website, which talks about enhanced measurement events. And we can see if we can scroll down what this means and the information that it gives us. So when a user clicks a link leading to a file with a common file extension of the following type, so it could be PDFs, docx, WMV, WMA, it will then trigger the event called file_download. And that's important to remember when we go and try and find that information in GA4. So the parameters populate the following dimensions. So file extension, file name, link classes, link ID, link text, and link URL. So bear that in mind when we go and then look in analytics to find that information. So here I am in Google Analytics now, which has got lots of different file download options available. So the website has lots of different PDFs, lots of different things that are downloadable. If I go to engagement and events in the report section, we can see here the different events that have been captured within GA4. And there's a file download option here. And if I click on that, that gives me a little bit of information about the file download event, but it's not brilliant. It only shows kind of an overview, events in the last 30 minutes, that kind of thing. It doesn't give me the granularity in terms of file extension and file name. So where we're going to head is to the explore section. And I'm going to create an exploration that gives me that information. So I'm going to click on blank here, which opens up a free form. And the dimensions I'm going to add are file name, because remember, these are the dimensions that are populated with the event file_download. And I'm going to choose file extension as well. And I'm going to choose event name as another dimension. I'm not going to use that dimension in the visualization, but there's a reason why I'm going to use that. And then for this, I'm also going to add in as a metric event count. So if I double click on what I want to see in the report, in the exploration, it's going to start to populate the rows and the values here. So I can see the name of the download, the file extension, and the event count. In other words, how many times that's happened. Other things I can do here is I could perhaps add page path, and that will tell me where that file download has happened. Or I could even actually build out a pivot table and see the name of the page and then what kind of files have been downloaded on that page. But you'll see in the top row, the number 1 is blank with an event count of 146,885. And that's because I've not filtered just on the event name equals file download. And that's why I'm including event name as a dimension here. So I'm going to choose the filter option, click event name, and I'm going to choose exactly matches file download. And you may have to type that in to find it. Here we go. So if I click apply, that's then going to remove the top row that's blank. I can add in lots more columns here. I can add in lots more rows. So I can add in 500 rows, and that will give me all of the different file downloads up to 500. So you can see most of these are PDFs, but there's a couple of zip files in there. There's an Excel one there. I could then export this data into a PDF, or if I wanted to, I can share this exploration with the wider team, but it is only shareable in a read-only mode. So you'd have to then ask other members of the team to duplicate it if they wanted to kind of manage or work around that data. I'm going to then name this something valuable like file download data, and that is how to find file download information in GA4. If you like this, if you found this really valuable, don't forget to perhaps subscribe to the channel so you can keep learning more about GA4. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.